Hello, Rocketeers. And there it is. Look at that beauty. We are basically done with the bad boy Rocketry Ultimate Super Vega upgrade. There it is. So this was Bad Boy Rocketry's kit with through-the-wall plywood fins and rings, including motor mount rings. And then I went ahead and added some old school and Q modeling techniques to this thing as well. So I added the spring-loaded pods, and I used that for my old Q modeling instructions. And then I just did some reinforcement here and there to hopefully make this thing last a long, long time. This is the OG Super Vega here from probably I purchased it in the late 90s, early 2000s maybe. This thing's had, 9 or 10 launches on it or so. Had a lot of broken and cracked parts here and there from different launches. I've reinforced some of these balsa fins with RC canopy tape and some of the weak joints. And when I built it, I even added these strips of balsa for extra grippage on the main body tube there for a gluing surface. And that seems to have paid off. So this thing's still launchable. It's super lightweight, ready to go. And then the Q modeling, this one, before I painted it and added decals and everything, I launched it as a test, which is always a bad idea. And sure enough, it hit the ground, just the desert floor ground, and it broke one of these cones. That's a cool thing about their design, by the way, is these cones instead of these flat pods here, right? More aerodynamic, but it cracked one of these cones. So I wrote to the folks at Q Modeling. I had to pay for replacement parts, but they sent me a new cone and some rings and other stuff. And so I finished it all up, decaled it all, and then launched it. And that baby came on down and actually landed on a gravel road, which was terrifying to watch. And I'm pretty sure it hit just like this. And believe it or not, it was more or less fine, but you can see that I think one of the rings inside this pod actually came loose, so that now it doesn't really sit straight. Something's loose inside there, so I could take that apart and see if I could fix it. But my feeling is, you know what, forget it. I retired this thing immediately, although I think... if I never had a chance to get another Super Vega, I might launch this again. But now that I got this one, hopefully this will be the feller that I fly over and over and over. So, yep, spring-loaded pods, through-the-wall fins. I've got epoxy and wood glue for all the fins, plus nice big fillets on there. We're going to add CA glue to the top 2 inches inside here and then a light sanding, so we get this good and strong for any, try to prevent zippering, right? I've got a Kevlar shock cord tied around the outside of the motor mount, and up here I'll have a Kevlar sleeve inside there. So right about here the Kevlar shock cord will stop. I'll have a swivel, and then we'll have an elastic shock cord coming out of that. And then we'll have our parachute on there. I do have also a Kevlar shield, but I think this tube might be too small for the one that I have. So we'll just go with a little bit of dog barf is what we use in there. That's what we call it. And then a Kevlar sleeve here, so that when that ejects there, the Kevlar sleeve is what's at the body tube edge, not that Kevlar shock cord. So we try to prevent any zippering there. I might even, where the Kevlar shock cord and the elastic shock cord go onto a swivel, I might even run some shrink tubing over that and melt it over there, just to give that a little bit more cushion so it's not so hard inside the body tube, right? But yeah, we just finished reinforcing the launch lugs, so we are good to go. I've been debating whether I want to do a test flight with this before painting. I might just do that in about 3 weeks or so if the weather is decent, and if so, I will film that launch. So, yep, no real concerns about this thing now. Ready to let it rip. I think it's going to be a glorious thing. And now I'm moving on to making just the simple Estes Citation Patriot before starting on the bad boy Rocketry upscaled Patriot. Really looking forward to that. So that is it for the Bad Boy Rocketry Super Vega. I think as far as a chute goes, obviously I'm going to want to go with an oversized chute, pretty much as big as I can stuff in there without it being trapped in there. I've learned the hard way that if you want a super big chute in there and you have to shove it down in that tube, that's not a good idea because it's going to struggle to come out. One thing I have been doing in the past is adding a little powder, like baby powder, in this top part and around the chute so it slides out easier. But I'm really wanting to have at least an 18 to 24 inch chute on this, and it will be nylon, not the simple Estes plasticky type of chute. I'll have a nylon chute in this thing. So it's going to be wonderful. Can't wait to launch it. It flies on E motors. I believe there's a 24 millimeter F motor by EconoJet, but I don't know if I'll push that. We'll see how it does on an E motor first. Yahoo! So thank you, shout out to Bad Boy Rocketry for the awesome Super Vega. Amazing. And that's it. This is AC Model Rockets. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you'll like and subscribe. More rocketry stuff coming your way. And we'll catch you on the next one.